Ladies and gentlemen, this is Whiskey River of the Remington City Pulse. Sit down, this is the mother of all breaking news. As of 0500 hours this morning, the Khans United issued an ultimatum to the PMA. Cease this war or the destruction of the Cantina and the Rider Nation will be assured. The Riders responded shortly after, claiming this was a breach of trust, honor, and that the Riders would fight this betrayal to the end. The Phoenix Coalition followed up with a pledge to continue this war alongside the Riders. Press releases from the PMA issued the usual condemnation and assurances of victory. But, my dear viewers, without question, I can say that this came as a shock. I have many contacts in the Riders, the Khans, and the PXC. No one saw this coming. They are all scrambling. While squadron locations are a closely guarded secret, we know a large amount of Rider forces were committed to the Remington assault, and the PXC are focusing on First Fleet. While we cannot be sure of the Khan battle plan, we know Rider forces are scrambling and overextended deep in CPR space. The way to the Cantina may very well be wide open. Stay tuned, we'll do our best to keep you in the loop.
There are some interesting signs down there.
Yes. Also, there's already a spider inside the Ratless. Why? We're infested.
Wait, spider? What the fuck are you talking about?
There's spiders.
Nothing. Don't tell them about the spiders.
Spider slushies?
Do we need to call the extermination group?
Possibly.
I think so.
Macra?
Captain?
Kmax, how are we doing?
Oh, I'm enjoying a little time in the seat on the old E again.
Why do I have a GPS called That's totally a moon. What the fuck?
Sir, I think that after some celebration, you may have forgotten to delete that.
I don't remember what's going on at all, in fact. Excellent work on slow. Please add 20 minutes a second.
Yeah, well, all the cans around. Shh.
How does it feel, Kmax, to be the lead ship in a flight? Actually, I mean, you're used to this. You had a bunch of riders a while ago, and now we have First Fleet and, well, Khans. Well, sort of. The Khans broke both of their ships.
Well, it's interesting to be back aboard, be back in control of Eternity. So being in the lead of the fleet, I guess that's where we're supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's where we're trying to be.
As the senior pilot, you can really fly what you want, and Mekra can kind of take what you don't want. So honestly, Mekra, do you wanna fly the E? I think Kmax wants to do some cap with the Fat Larry.
Sure, sir.
No, that was a joke. That was a joke, Mekra. I will, however, override the Eternity controls, so you can only control the Eternity from the Fat Larry.
You know, sir, I really appreciate you keeping the connection with Fat Larry so raw and painful. I mean, constant.
The performance, the probably easily the most high performance transport we have.
Oh, performance, yes, very quite the performer, yes. I just can't stand that thing. It's just I can't. It's just
Sir, you're breaking it.
I got a cramp. I got a cramp. Okay, that's okay. I'm all right. Okay, there we go.
Yes, you don't have a friend, so I'm your friend.
1 second, Petty Officer.
Interesting.
Ace, what's up?
Captain, prisoner Ethan would like to speak with you.
Oh, yeah, prisoner Ethan. Dalshik's not down there, is he?
Not sure, sir.
Yeah, he probably is. Well, if I kill him, it's not my fault. Well, Mekra, Kmax, it was nice talking to you. Don't fly us into an asteroid, or do. I mean, I think Kmax has a track record of 1 asteroid kill so far.
I have. And
Yeah,
we're still flying.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Thank you, Exo. I can make my way down there.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure
continue-
to disable the cameras down there if you need to take care
Excellent.
of
Yeah,
business.
just loop the footage of them being happy.
Yes, sir.
Why, hello there.
Hello. Dalshik, back in your cell or I'll kill you.
I warned you.
Didn't we tell you that exactly like 5 seconds ago? You owe me $5.
I don't owe you anything.
You better fucking pay up.
Yeah, well, careful, he'll swipe something from you in the process. Mr. Ethan, my exo said you wanted to talk to me. How's our accommodations been treating you? Well, I hope.
It's a bit boring. I'm used to the life in Ratless. It's small for a home, but you know, get to every once in a while. Vera and Raptor take me around the ship, get a couple miles in me, stretch my feet, and the food. It's better than I ever fucking had on the MREs and shit. Even those were off-brand. Plain cola. I've never had any that didn't taste like shit, so this is honestly quite refreshing and nice compared to normal life. Still a bit cramped though.
Hey, thank you so much. It warms my heart to know someone appreciates. And, you know, the Clan Cola is only recently expired.
So the stories of Earth are real?
Yeah.
I mean, my father told me, but I was with the PFF and Task Force remnants from the 3rd Squadron. He always told me stories of Earth, but they always seemed like fairy tales. Never believed them. Little nursery rhymes to put you to sleep. And then I see this thing. This is the very thing out of the fairy tales. All of a sudden I'm down the rabbit hole and, well, find out the FN do exist. This ship and, well, you are very clearly not from the system.
Oh, the technology, it's come quite a way in 100 years.
No, well, yes, but that's not what I meant. It's the way you act, the way you hold yourself, the way even in your darkest moments you inspire confidence. In a way that no one from the system who's been trapped here for their whole lives can.
We're further from our goals, our vision, whatever that might be, than we've ever been. Prisoners we got earlier ended up being a bust. We have very strong proof that we're recently recruited. And like the rest, they don't really know what's going on when anything was about. Just sort of fed up with the current war, I guess. Joined up and got thrown into the meat grinder.
Captain, I know you're feeling down, but I and many others in the system still believe that vision. The one you spoke of near system-wide, that of Earth merely minutes away.
Basically, full-blown propaganda at this point. The best I can hope for, the best I can do is maybe prep the system for the EDF and hope they leave us alone, I guess.
Well then, I'd like to get you back on track, Captain. To the main point of why I dragged you down here. I am the son of one of the command staff officers of Operational Remnants. If you can't get what that means I know a few things.
Okay, I'm tracking. You want your freedom in return.
That's actually not what I care about.
What the fuck are you doing?
Shut up.
If your father could see you now, he'd be rolling in his grave.
If my father could see me now, he'd punch you in the fucking face like you deserve. Captain, I'm willing to tell you the location of Task Force Remnants. Well, what became the PFF stronghold, base of operations, even where Raymond is, all right, that one epicenter.
Why? What do you want? Why are you telling me this?
I can't believe. Yeah, what he said. What are you doing, Ethan? This is the enemy.
Are you stupid? Because this is obviously not the enemy. Captain, when my father died, I did not follow in his footsteps. I knew Raymond and Connolly and the rest had lost their way. Almost 10 years of constant failure at that point had really taken their toll. With my dad gone, I just left. Melded with the population for a decade, learned to love it, learned to hate it. Here was a system with so much potential, but the knowledge of being cut off from Earth and forgotten, and I think under the surface, that matters more than any resource wars or grudges. There's this inevitability in the air. Any bar, any slum, and even if they don't want to admit it, even in every highbrow meeting room, military command, you name it. Everyone cannot move on from this reality, even though many are now several generations removed from it. We are Earth's failure, and every time there's another war, conflict, disagreement, or someone just got shivved in the back for a loaf of bread, we prove their negligence right. What is the point in trying if the cycle is doomed to repeat itself? The day you talked to the system, you gave us hope. For the first time, not just in our lives, but in generations, there was a path back. A way to break the cycle. I've never seen so much energy in the air. Never before have I seen people move with a jump in their step, with hope for the future. Captain, why do you think the PFF was so successful? The lie it told is that it's frustrated civilians, tired of war, tired of constant fighting. And that's true, absolutely, but what we're really tired of is, well, all of it. We want to do something. We want to wake up in the morning with something to actually live for. And if that means having to fight or die to keep it going, then so be it. We lit a spark, Captain, and right now the PFF is the only one providing an outlet for that. That's why they're succeeding, where we, once failed. They are channeling off of the spark you lit, Captain. Datapad.
Sorry, what?
Datapad. Give it.
Right, Mother, you have a datapad?
Yeah, sure, here you go.
God, I fucking hate you.
Tell me something new. Here, there you go. PFF HQ on a fucking silver platter. Check with the riders, they'll confirm. Civilians been passing that whole asteroid belt illegally. We paid off the rider contractors via bribes, supplies, and more. They think it's just some little shortcut for con trade. Their mistake. Right under their very noses, hidden in that field, is the nerve center of all PFF plans. And they're building a fucking fleet. If I had to make a guess myself, they're gunning for the jump gate. I've never seen Connolly so, Connolly'd. She's beyond obsessed about her failures thus far, and being cut from Earth, well, she may very well view reconnecting as the way to make it all right. Regardless, I have not been back there in about a year, to the base that is, but it will be defended, it will be fought for, to the very last man, woman, and maybe even child, but it's still sitting right there. Stop them, now.
Yeah, that's why I think that the Dragonfly really is better than the Manta, because I mean it has better maneuverability and
you're not going to be able to convince me that it look at it. It's gigantic glass and a humongous hydrogen tank on the back of it. The thing is a missile.
Makes it work. That's what makes it work, Mekra. Like, I mean, do you understand like how many sorties that thing has been in? It should not survive, but it does.
Marcus, that means that the dice are gonna eventually roll snake eyes for it. It's gonna eventually fail, and you're gonna be in it.
But that's what everybody says about us. They say that about us all the time. Cons, we're gonna fail. We're gonna fail. We never do. That's the Dragonfly. That is it. That's why this ship is just so amazing.
What are you drinking? Is there something in this cola?
I'm drinking fine cola, the same thing that everybody drinks in this godforsaken hellhole of a planet.
What? Oh, hi guys.
Hey.
We're
Not
ju-
a guy, but hello.
Hello.
Guys in the
Ma'am.
plural. Ma'am.
That's
We're just talking about comparing ships on the E. He wants to really convince me that
Oh,
the
on the
Dragonfly
E.
is really good, and I more believe the Manta is the superior vessel. But
I'm sorry, we have not met before, so you are.
Shipmaster Lilith Lapras of the Khans United.
So how are things over at the no longer the Khan Enclave, but I keep wanting to call it that for some strange reason.
You're one of the people who's done the most to make sure that we aren't.
I mean,
wait, hold on. The Pioneer's fault. You didn't join the ship when the Eternity rammed her, did you? That's not how you joined, right? You didn't just fall onto the deck?
well, no, but I was rescued from the Borodino. I was trapped in the Borodino when it actually impacted the asteroid. And I mean, as any good PHI, I decided whether or not I was going to either go down with the ship or try and fight my way out. But I decided, I'm going to roll fate, and I turned on my beacon, and what came? Then I unfortunately fell unconscious due to lack of oxygen. But then I woke up in the med bay.
And you never left.
Well, I spoke with Captain Brock at that time, and we came to an agreement that I felt that the E had basically given me a new lease on life, because I should have died on the Boreal, and I decided he agreed to accept me into EFN fully and completely if I was willing to commit myself to it and swear the oath of loyalty to the EFN. So now I am EFN, and I have not looked back since.
Perfect. Another example of why I also joined the Eternity, because we owe the Eternity everything. The Enclave no longer exists. Like, without them, I don't think we would have been able to do it. We were on the back foot.
Probably would have been dead.
If I may say something really quick, I wanted to, speaking with a Khan leader, I wanted to express that I was very happy to see the Khans come to the aid of the civilians at the Borealis. We were all kind of worried about the direction it was going, and with the secrets of the EFN that were broken by the Khans, I kind of felt that the Khans owed EFN a debt for that action. And coming to the aid of the civilians, I firmly believe the Khans have redeemed themselves in that action and have paid off that debt and are now on a path of what the Khans United was intending to do. And I just wanted to express that gratitude to a leader of the Khans, so I express it to you.
Thank you. I'll make sure to convey that to the rest of Congress, but we didn't do that to repay a debt. The EDF secrets, that wasn't the Khan's fuck-up, that was mine, and I'm here to repay that. I should probably get going.
Yeah, I'm sure you have things to do.
Indeed. For the Creed.
For the Creed.
For the Creed.
For the Creed.
Oh, I need to get Dolphin to clean this thing up. Why is there a pumpkin on the floor? Oh, Shipmaster, good to see you. Just heading up this way. Why is this door open?
I think Vera just went through. Might have been a... Captain, I wanted to apologize for earlier.
What for?
Conquest.
Oh, the conquest. Yes.
The conquest, yes.
What about it?
I could have listened to you the first time. That ship was fucked and it wasn't very good to begin with, but...
That's alright. As a fellow captain, I understand the reluctance of leaving the vessel under your charge behind. It's understandable.
I'm not a captain, I'm a shipmaster.
I don't know what that means. Let's come in here if you don't mind.
I think it's the equivalent of an admiral?
Every ship has a captain.
We don't really use the term in the cons, so I guess
yeah, the captain equivalent, I guess.
Regardless, it was a mistake born of stubbornness, I think. Couldn't stop thinking about what happened to the Temishan.
That was, I believe that was one of the ships that came to Earth with us? Yeah, unfortunately, due to that final push, we had to leave her behind. I hope the survivors on there are at least being treated well, or whatever they might be right now.
I hope so too. My My daughter Lamia was at the helm.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's her sacrifice got us to that gate and got us out and closed that gate behind us to prevent her sacrifice. I'm not good at these. Her sacrifice likely saved a lot of pioneer lives.
Damn straight it did. And whether she's alive or in Valhalla, I know she'd be proud of that. And, well, I don't need to wonder to know that she was proud to fly by your side. I know that my daughter would have followed you to hell and back, and frankly, the only thing that she'd have a regret about is the fact that she couldn't manage the back part.
For those we leave behind. Don't worry about it. It's, yeah.
Little mantra of yours?
A little mantra. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Those are good to have. You've actually given me one of mine, actually.
Is that so?
For those not in the seat of power.
Come again?
About a year ago, I think, some depressed, destitute farmer on a con station heard some captain from a foreign vessel talking to those not in the seat of power. Heard it, picked up a grinder, and charged the nearest enclave guard. And that's actually how I met Viri. Patched me up afterwards.
Oh yeah? It's a small system, I guess.
Not many doctors. And that's how Eleuthis Station joined the revolution. Once upon a time, a farmer who'd lost her family heard someone talking to those not in the seat of power, and it showed her the way forward.
Well, I'm glad at least something I've done so far has been worked out all right.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
Look, I get the feeling that you're not quite in the mood for another speech about how you need to be the one to solve everyone's problems. I can tell you this much. Lami and I, when we found out where Temujin was going and what ship it would be flying alongside, we jumped at the chance. We didn't do that because of a system minutes away from the seat of humanity. We didn't do that because of the EFN or Earth. We did that because of you. I should probably get back to my station.
Yeah. Is this where I tell her there's nothing going that way? She'll figure it out.
Oh shit, there's nothing going this way.
Yeah,
Feck.
Oh, hi again.
I really feel like there should be a ladder down to the hangar bay there or something, like a stairwell. Oh well.
I'll talk to Ace. And,
I could grind my way through, but that would be-
Shipmaster, thanks
Yes?
for the, thanks for the talk. I appreciate having people that believe in me, even though there's probably better people, but thank you. Mallard, did this thing get repainted?
No, actually no, except the wings. I was checking the archives, and I saw pelicans with red paint on them, so I figured that must be what they are. It's from somewhere called the Wolf System.
Yeah, this isn't red though. These are CDF colors.
Well, oh, no, that's the colors it came in, sir. I was just painting it red now.
Oh, yeah, that you are. We're painting it after an 11th Fleet ship?
Wait, what's an 11th Fleet?
Oh, you know, just some friends I used to have, we'll call it that. Yeah, show that to the XO. He'll love a pelican painted in Wolf System colors. That'll be
Okay,
great.
perfect. I'll get that done. Macro, report
Or show
down
it to
the hangar.
Dolphin. Show it to Dolphin. Oh, he'd love that.
Does this thing actually fly?
I don't know.
Yes?
Does it fly? What is going on?
This thing, it's all configured all wonky, sir. I gotta get control of it.
Oh, is that so? Wonky. Hey, Malik, we haven't left yet.
Yeah, I noticed. Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, and there it goes. Amazing. I called
Macro,
him,
I'm gonna
Malik. I
kill you.
told you.
I'm gonna
I
kill
told
him.
you.
Can I kill it?
Where are
I
we?
had
oh,
no-
we're at the back of the hangar.
It actually maglogged.
They
onto
ask
the wall.
the command to stop the ship.
Oh, we're fine.
Mecker, I'm gonna kill you. You know that, right?
It was my ship to begin with. I was just
I don't
loaning it
ca-
to you.
I don't care. I'm gonna kill you, Asli. You taking the dragonfly?
What the fuck is going on in the back here?
A miss.
I knew I should have flown.
Are you here to meet with Captain Roberts?
Yeah, I decided to come aboard on my trusty transport, my jetpack.
Ah, understandable. He's in the cafeteria now if you'd like to speak with him.
Yeah. How's it been having Khan's bunk aboard?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, okay. That's good to...
Oh, where the hell did they put it? Somewhere around here.
You have a guest, Captain Roberts?
I do.
You beat me over here.
This is awkward.
Alright. In the few minutes you've been on this ship, Labbers, you haven't stolen my whiskey, right?
No, why would I want your shit whiskey?
I mean, it's good stuff. It's from the writers. What are you calling shit?
Okay, now that I know it's from the writers, I might have stolen it, but I didn't know that when I had the chance.
I thought it was one of you cons. I can't find it
It
anywhere.
probably wasn't. We would have told you.
Yeah, sure.
Probably
sure you
taunted you about it, actually.
hey,
As we drank it.
How's it go? How you enjoying your new bunkmates with all the cons here?
No.
Absolutely. I mean, it's wonderful here.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to rely on each other, life or death coming up.
Oh,
God, I have to rely on... Oh, that sounds great. That's great. That's amazing.
Well, I know the first
Right?
three can manage the... Actually, no, I was gonna say you can manage the death part, but you didn't even do that with our ancestors, so...
Well,
Why
that's
do you have
shitty
your
of me.
grinder out? Is this something? Is there something I should know?
Oh, no, this was actually for maintenance purposes.
Maintenance purposes.
I swear I was using the grinder for its intended... Well, I could be doing maintenance, but as the flag officer and highest ranking officer on the ship, I decided to supervise instead.
Sure, you can supervise all you want.
If you'd like me to go into your critical systems and develop a working familiarity with the mechanics of them, I could.
You'll probably rip out all the wires and we'll go critical or something.
I would prefer
that's a great
this one
point.
blow things up, but I could just blow up this ship too if you want.
I mean, you have a pretty good. We should rename you Ship Crasher Lappers.
I didn't crash either. Well, actually, no, the beam did hit an asteroid. Shit. But that was after she had been abandoned.
Still counts.
Well, Roberts, maybe I can hook you up. We bought a lot of rider booze when we were over at the cantina about a year
you did?
ago. Yeah. I also don't know where mine is. It was in my quarters, and then Dolphin said he moved it because my quarters keep blowing up, and I haven't seen it since. I'm sure the XO could work up something.
I think this calls for an investigation. There's clearly an alcohol thief on the loose.
No,
If
that
you're
can't be. None of
home-
us are alcoholics or drink. That would never happen.
If you're handling
Really?
rations to the ship, please ask Raptor to send some over. These fucking food rations of yours are not what Officer Nerd cracked them up to be.
They're edible. I don't know what you're talking about.
They are barely edible. It's like you've never fucking eaten anything grown.
Why would we? The Admiralty would never clear for something that expensive.
Jesus. Of course they wouldn't.
Sure, Captain Roberts. I came over. I talked to the XO. We have reason to believe we have the location of PFF HQ. We've driven up a rough plan of action to take it out. So we're either going straight into a trap and then we all die, or this is the strike at the head of the Hydra. Hopefully, all the heads this time.
I'm not sure if I should sound really excited or sound really scared.
Well,
Sounds-
regardless,
sounds like it's
it's
great.
all going to be over soon enough. So, yeah.
Sure, we'll go with that. I'm gonna be flying half a ship into battle again.
Don't worry, you could just crash into an asteroid.
That might actually be part of the plan. You guys will get briefed later when we have an actual plan worked out, and then we can hash out all the details. For now, we're trying to figure out any information we can get on the PFF strong point.
Well, in the meantime, I can brief Roberts on how to best do it, since I have so much experience.
Yeah, you two, yeah, Shipmaster, Roberts, you two seem to be good friends. I'll let you two work that out. Thanks for letting me. Yeah, good luck, and I'll go find the rider alcohol. Okay, bye.
Don't worry about it. This grinder's malfunctioning.
Oh my god, I pinned a bot message on the stream. I was trying to do. Mallard, the cons on the first fleet getting along real well.
Real well?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fantastic. You know, because I thought by now Labbers would have named this cons to something.
I was completely sarcastic. She stole all of his liquor.
Ah.
Nacelle? There should be a landing pad just waiting for you.
Roger that. Dragonfly heading to aft nacelle. Coming in now. Mallard, aft nacelle, there's a landing point.
Yeah,
the
but
really
I see
bright one that looks like it's out of fucking Star Citizen.
What's Star Citizen? I mean, apart from us.
It's something that would have existed if the CDF didn't collapse.
Ah. She's not screaming. Okay, we're good.
Sorry, what?
Well, she's not screaming, exploding, that sort of thing. I think
Is that how
we're
you judge the success of your dates?
no comment. No, I haven't had a date since I was, publicly called out for being in debt to literally every super corporation in the system.
Nice. It's quite the ship you got here. I've never actually seen it from the inside. I was stuck in the ship or the transport working problems when you towed us back.
Yeah, likewise. Your ship has been a spectacle for the whole crew.
Feel free to head on over or check her out whenever. You're always welcome aboard.
We might take that opportunity later, but for now, do you want to get taken around?
Yeah, sure. We can talk while we go.
All right. One moment.
This looks better than the war spite, Mallard.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, nothing.
Us at the CPR aim to impress. But really, we're just glad to be able to tag along, especially get away from the war. It's been a constant set of invasions, points of contention, a lot of death. But at least the crew here has got some respite. This is the main office here.
Holy shit, Mallard. This is better than the war spite.
We have transferred this over to the common area, as you can see with our fresh set of amenities.
Yeah, and you got shrooms in the wall.
Yeah, unfortunately flowers don't work too well without sunlight, apparently.
Yeah. No, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. The artificial sunlight, the sunroof.
Second, have you even been on the tour spite?
No, I have no idea.
Fuck.
A war spite?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Only war spite I know is with those pilfering pixies, but...
Yeah, actually, no, I think that is the actual war spite, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it is. No idea what happened to it, it just showed up.
I kind of wanted to blow it up, honestly, after the con stole my autumn kill. That is not an official statement from the EFN.
All right. Well, do you care to sit down? Some refreshments, perhaps?
I've been all refreshed up. Honestly, I've put on like 10 pounds since Mother joined the crew. It's been great. It's been terrible for my gut. I need to do some more ground missions.
Yeah. We've been non-stop against the PFF. What the hell are you doing?
Mr. British. Yes. You still haven't figured out that name yet?
Working on it.
Okay.
Not a lot of books about that, unfortunately.
No, nothing weird at all. It's just a perfectly... I was just saying, myself and the XO are working up a plan. We have reason to believe we know the location of the PFF stronghold. So we're either walking into one hell of a trap, or this ends soon. We're about 9 days out.
Either way,
Myself...
Yeah?
Myself and the XO, we're working up a rough plan of action, and then we'd like to present it to the cons, the CPR, and the First Fleet. And if you'd like to, I'd love for you guys to join us on this op. We'd love to pull in other factions' military vessels, but I think our biggest advantage is the element of surprise now. We keep this on the down low, no phoning home.
I agree. I'll keep it out of command for now. However, I feel like command would immediately accept this given the troubles PFF has caused us. Between losing the shipyard, of course, having it being taken by PFF itself almost was a surprise we would not like to repeat. But yes.
Yeah, the PFF are a threat that need to be dealt with, and the sooner we can do it, the better. The information, the intel we received, this is not going to be an easy fight. If you've got any stockpiles, anything, now's the time to use it. Got anything in reserve? It's time to push it up to the front. You got the good food saved? Now's the time. Many people will not return from this sacrifice.
I take what you're suggesting. We're prepared to do whatever necessary to end these terrorists for good.
I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm sure it's brutal to be on this ship as your fellow factionmen are, well, fighting the fight to survive. We'll get you back soon enough.
Anyways.
Well, I was just passing that information on to you. Is there anything else? I'm sure we'll be talking later during the briefing.
No, I don't think so. Hope you enjoy the ship on your way out.
I will, and pass my regards on to the crew. If there's anything you need from the Eternity, do let me know.
Alright, will do.
Actually, just regarding supplies from the Eternity, we've actually found ourselves with a reserve of ammunition of our own, so we do have the ability to produce and ship ammunition here if you need it.
We might need it after the fight, but for now, ever since we destroyed those destroyers, we haven't been able to use it. So we should be fine.
Alright.
Yeah, speaking of which, Mallard, we're probably going to want to go a little light on ammunition into the next battle.
Yes, Northern apparently is good with a spreadsheet, so he's been sorting that for the past couple hours. We should be a bit...
Former CPR intelligence officer, good with a spreadsheet. What a surprise. Hey, British, thanks, man.
See ya.
We'll see you in a bit.
So he's lightened our load. You know, we don't want another training sim incident where the CIC vanished into a ball of fire.
Yeah, that was, man, the XO was so fucking pissed. He logged on, 20 seconds later, he's dead in the sim.
Yeah.
That's a new record.
Hello, Nez. Sorry we couldn't meet in better spots.
Not a problem. I actually look forward to spacewalks now.
Yeah. On the move.
This ship is in a much better condition than the Atlas currently, I won't lie.
Yeah, I'll get repairs done in that overheat there eventually. I just asked to help fix some of the other stuff in here real quick.
It is appreciated. It's
Yeah,
I've seen warships though, several pirate missions. First Fleet doesn't have a very good track record of keeping our ships intact, even back in the inner system, as you are well aware.
That takes me back. But what were we doing on that mission anyway? All I remember is...
Yeah, I didn't understand that decision at the time.
What's going on
well
here?
aware.
Frost?
Oh, hi. Hi, Captain. What's up?
Oh, I was just looking around, just got off the Dragonfly. What's going on? Talking to a First Fleet guy?
Yeah, old buddy of mine from the inner system. Haven't seen him since I joined with EFM.
Oh, you used to be part of the First Fleet until you finished your service, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, finished.
All right. I didn't mean to intrude. Nezra?
Hello.
Thanks for coming on board.
It's nice because everything's like not on fire, which is quite refreshing. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, that may change soon enough. I'll leave you to it to catch on up. Sorry for
Yeah,
the
I know this
interruption.
is. It's alright. I know this is a weird spot to chat, but Dolphin and Ace kicked me out of the lounge when I went out there. They told me to shoo. I fear something. might
Ace
be
and
going on.
Dolphin in the lounge, you say?
Yeah, they kicked me out when I went up there. They're like, shoo.
Thanks for that intel drop. Frost, Nezra, as you were.
Alright.
See
So
you
did you ever
later.
get that promotion?
Yeah, it's awful out here. I want to go home. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not that bad.
The
It
other
only gets
system is a
bad.
utopia.
It
compared
only
to
gets
this.
bad when you get captured by the PFF once.
Yeah, I've not had that experience yet. How was that? How was that for you?
Could have been worse. Had plans to escape, but they found the pistol I had.
Yeah, you need to get better at hiding the pistols. I've
I had the
vaguely
pistol
recalled this
in
being
the
a problem
slot.
before.
I had
Oh.
the pistol in a pretty good spot. I put it right in the lower pouch where it's typically supposed to be hidden during operations of capture. Or is it the upper pouch? Which one was it again?
It's the upper pouch.
Ah,
See, that was
that's
that
where
was
they
your
found it.
mistake. Nonetheless, I do need to ask though, how are you doing out here with the PFF and working with these Earthers? How is it going?
Well, some things are a little confusing. First few months aboard the ship, found a recipe for bread. That was pretty interesting. Still need to tell the captain that I have the recipe.
Found a recipe for bread.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just checking to make sure he was here. I logged into the secret computer to look up bread recipes. I got nosy. I get bored.
You know you could have just like stolen the shield specs and become a multimillionaire immediately.
Yeah, but if I did that, they would have
And you-
expected me immediately, and yeah, I'm not a
You
traitor.
use this power to get bread. I question your logic, but fair enough. Okay.
Let's be
Sure.
fair, my logic also involved me stealing a decommissioned shuttle that was going to be scrapped. Because I had no other way to leave. Of which, by the way, I owe you a shuttle. I'm sorry. I'll get you a shuttle eventually. It's been nice catching up. We need to share more stories. I got a good story of when I got to see Earth.
It's actually something I would love to hear. I've
Yeah.
many stories.
After we deal with this whole PFF thing, the Ravager. I suppose I should shoot you out the airlock.
Yeah, I need to go back to the burning wreckage hurtling through space.
Yeah. All right.
Which
Let
is-
me take you to the door. Oh, door's already open. All right.
What you're fucking saying, you dumbass? I want to know what you're fucking saying.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Captain.
you're talking shite to me.
Why is the chief Scottish?
He kind of gets that way when he's had about. Chief, what are we at this point?
Something.
Oh,
Are you just making 1,000,000 Jack and Cokes with the Clang Colas?
Oh god. Oh.
Is he gonna be sick? Do I need to get Vera up here?
Oh, what is it saying?
Vera, report to crew lounge immediately.
On my way.
Are you sure?
We'll leave him.
Yeah, let's go. Sorry
That's
about
right.
that,
Alcohol
sir.
doesn't do anything to you, does it?
No, sir.
That is a
Strangely enough,
crying shame.
this drinking competition was Chief's idea.
He was always gonna lose that. He lost. He always loses that.
I think he was aware of that, sir.
Reminds me of a certain night on a space station far, far away from Earth, all alone, and us all. It's a different time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went over to the 58. We're calling it the 38 leaf clover because it's missing very much of that ship, and over to British on the Remington's Revenge, being disgustingly called the Riri now.
The what, sir?
It's Remington's Revenge. Don't worry about it. It's regardless. The Vera, he went downstairs.
Understood. Who am I looking for?
Dolphin. He's a flight risk. Go find him. He's probably vomiting in a corner right now.
He's doing the usual.
Hey, Chief. How you doing?
But yeah, well, we're getting ready for that final fight. Seems like we have this talk way too often, but mingle with the crew. Make sure they got everything they need. Let them. We need to get stuff ready, but make sure they're comfortable in the next coming weeks. It's going to be a tough fight.
Of course.
So, if you need to bring out anything, actually, speaking of bringing out anything, you wouldn't happen to know where all those Ryder bourbons went, would you?
Well, unless Chief had a hidden stash that we didn't know about. Probably his belly.
Fuck. I guess we're gonna have to get my stuff out then. God damn it. Yeah, alright. We'll use some of my stuff. But yeah, we should make sure to get a party together at some point. People need something to laugh about before this happens.
It'll definitely bring the spirits up.
Yeah.
I can work to get that organized.
So you were saying about that dream then?
Yeah, it's a recurring nightmare I've been having. And it doesn't matter where it is. Sometimes it's on the Eternity, sometimes it's on the moon, sometimes it's on the Nightingale or back home. And every time it's the same. I walk around, the lights, they're all off. And I just hear Frost's voice, and he's speaking to me. I can hear him faintly. He says something, and then I see it. That figure, that person, I don't even know his name. I don't know what he's like, but he's there. He's standing right in front of Frost. And he's got this flashlight and his rifle pointing at him. And I get closer, and I realize I'm holding a gun, but I don't remember picking it up. And he turns. He slowly turns and faces me, and I can see his face is full of holes, and
you're gonna kill someone at some point. If it's a pirate or a traitor. You might have a nightmare, you might not. So, the nightmare I had was very brief, because I just sort of blocked it out.
For me, my first kill came in a pretty up close kind of fashion. I still kind of see them out of the periphery of my vision from time to time.
you trained with this. You were a Marine, right, Frost? And you're a Khan. I mean, of course, I'm familiar with that, okay? I was a nurse. I had to triage some people. But it's one thing to try and save someone's life, or in this case, help them to go beyond easier. And another to just pull the trigger because you have to. I mean, of course, I knew. I enlisted. I knew this might happen. I knew there was a possibility. This is a military ship, after all. And, well, killing is what the military does. But I still never thought it would go like this. I guess I thought I was prepared.
You got the guy that was going to shoot Frost, but beyond that, what happened if you didn't get him? What happens if you didn't shoot him? And he shot Frost, and then he came to the back lines. I couldn't shoulder my rifle at the time, so he would have then gotten me. He would have gotten the Civ.
He
would
might have
gotten
even
you.
snuck up on the captain.
Yeah. A man in our back lines. He could have killed everyone.
Thank you, boys. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna just need some time, and I guess I'm gonna have to plant another apple tree.
Do you want me to sit with you? I've got some time.
It's fine. Actually, I'm gonna plant that tree now, if you don't mind.
Wow, you fixed that up really quick.
I know. You
The
know,
glory
just
of a welder ceiling, yeah.
drag it out of the corner and buff it out and remove any right of Mekra to fly it ever again.
Well, Mallard, you aware we're gonna have one hell of a ground op coming up soon?
Oh, we're gonna die.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that. You are less phased than the most. Probably being on your own, Malta, had that happen.
All to save this broken system. Though, I think that my time here has given me some perspective.
Oh? Is that so? You got a favorite faction yet? Rooting for the
No.
CPR? Oh, okay.
No, they can all burn. It's just a tug of war of who can rule over the ashes of the CDF. And the pioneer citizen is the one who just gets screwed.
Do be like that, huh?
Well, it doesn't have to be. When the CDF was set up, we made clear we were not a government. We simply existed to give room and security to this system. How they acted within reason was up to them. We were hated because we had to tax to fund the fleets, but it really wasn't all that much. Nothing compared to what the riders and CPR are taking. It feels like the CDF replacements have all forgotten what the point was.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it really has.
You know, there is someone who could remind them.
No. No, we're so past that point where they would listen. This Pelican's pretty fucking cool. Reminds me of a different time.
You know, I really hated you at first.
Oh yeah? The feeling was mutual. It was a different time.
And I really think you screwed up the CDF. But all I'm saying, it's good to be on the right side of history, lose or win.
I mean, that's what everyone says. How do we know we're on the right side of history, Mallard?
Every time we bump into some civilian that probably never has seen of us and only has heard of us fourth, fifth hand, it's positive every time. The Eternity has to be one of the most pretentious ships I've ever seen. But time and again, it turns out it's deserved. Somehow, your track record in this system has created larger-than-life reality. We really do try doing the right thing, no matter how much it hurts us. A lot. And all our stuff. I think that might give me hope for this system after all. Captain, I think I finally figured it out. Because for a while there, I thought you were maybe right. What is the difference between us, CPR, the Riders, the PFF? But it finally clicked on the moon. Just now. Talking to those civilians whose homes we just blew up. They had every right to hate us. If we never showed, the PFF would have left, and that would have been that. But they didn't. They were glad. Somehow, they were glad. We did more damage than the PFF, and they were glad. Because we lived up to the hype. We could have just nuked the PFF ships in orbit and been done with it, but we didn't. We did it the hard way. Was it perfect? No, not even close. But we lived up to our reputation. We showed that the stories were true. The difference between us and everyone isn't our goal. They're all the same. No bullshit. The difference is we, and most of all you, know how close the line is. There's difference between actually fighting for a future or getting lost in the struggle, using it as an ends to a means. Everyone justifies their lowest lows with the promise of what one day might be. Everyone thinks they're on the right side of history. Everyone except you. That makes you the only one that is.